Hey traders, checking in on the cryptocurrency space. We have a very confident day out there for the bulls. We have individual names breaking out. Bitcoin starting to join the party. There's a little bit of news out of Twitter. We'll check in on some of the Bitcoin stocks. There's a lot going on. So Bitcoin daily support, this was the key level because if we broke 46.3 thousand, we would have confirmed a daily downtrend and weekly consolidation would have been underway. It would have been a lower high and lower low. First daily downtrend on this entire bounce. That did not happen. Bulls saved the day and held support by $200. So really nice bottom fish defense by those bulls. And we now have two scenarios over the next couple of days. Scenario number one, in my opinion, well, we have multiple scenarios, but the two most likely, in my opinion, are we just break resistance and test 50.5, the high of this entire bounce, or we fail this lower high of 49.7 thousand and we see a higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high, continue tightening range. Altcoin bulls would be just fine if that happens, but if we get a bull break, then we'll watch to see if that's going to potentially lead to a little bit of an attention shift to Bitcoin away from the altcoins. Not significant, but just essentially Bitcoin getting its turn to have a little bit of a spotlight. And if we break out of 50.5 thousand, that will be a possibility. And we did have some news as a potential catalyst here. You can see really things picked up for Bitcoin at 12:30 and just found a tweet and just was looking at the time to see, when does this align? 12:45, Twitter reportedly adding feature to let you send and receive tips in digital currency Bitcoin. So just looking at how the sector responded and how Bitcoin responded, it did look like a news reaction. And perhaps we can attribute it to that. But either way, we were already bullish, and then we just got even more short-term euphoria on that move up. So Bitcoin, 4 hours, still has to confirm a trend change. This move broke lower highs, but if we're going to see a breakout above 50.5, in my opinion, we will need a 4-hour higher low and higher high. The dominance chart. So over the past couple of weeks, we've been saying, I have been very cautious looking for weekly consolidation and not confident in the bulls. And we were watching this dominance chart because how this tight dominance range breaks was going to give us a lot of information. And if the relationship between Bitcoin and altcoins were going to remain the same for what it's been for many months, a bull break would have been bearish for the crypto space and a bear break would have been bullish for the crypto space. Why does that make sense? Because we know that the relationship is if altcoins are going up stronger and faster than Bitcoin, it shows a lot of confidence in cryptocurrency, essentially a risk-on environment. And so when that's happening, when things are going up, altcoins are outpacing Bitcoin to the upside, the dominance chart is dropping. And when the crypto space is dropping, the altcoins are dropping faster because there's fear and people are selling off the altcoins faster, and then the dominance chart's going up. So what has taken place over the last hour is a bounce in the dominance chart. And again, potentially that headline related to Bitcoin being the reason that this bounce is taking place. But bigger picture, the daily downtrend's our guide. And if bulls want to see, new all-time highs, if we're going to be talking about all-time highs in Ethereum, bulls want to see a monthly bear flag confirmed on this dominance chart. And again, we look back to 2017 and bulls really got going right here during this period of time. And when the trend changed, this is when we stopped going up. So bulls are hoping for a bear break of the dominance chart. ETH USD, 4-hour time frame, had a clear resistance line, and we broke out above it. And honestly, the clues weren't in the US dollar pairing. We had a nice tight range. We knew a breakout or breakdown was imminent in the short term, but everything that a trader needed to know about the direction that Ethereum was going to break was in the dominance chart of Bitcoin, but more importantly, the daily equilibrium of ETH BTC. You cannot get more clear than this. Just as tight and clear as possible, and the breakout. And the last video that we checked in on 2 days ago, Monday, the breakout was just starting. And obviously this is ideal follow through, multiple day follow through, the weekly higher low and higher high following through. And we're looking back at our recent top of this Ethereum move. And bigger picture, monthly inside bars broke bull. Let's go 6-month time frame. So we're looking back at that all-time high of the BTC pairing. And bulls have complete control of the short term. But again, as soon as that equilibrium breaks bull and the dominance chart breaks bear, Ethereum bulls gain a lot of confidence in the short term. So now we're in an environment where there's euphoria everywhere. So what does that mean? It means we look for profits to find laggards and then for laggards to run. And so we're keeping an eye on Litecoin for that reason. Litecoin's a daily equilibrium. It's been much weaker over the last couple of weeks than most altcoins, but we're watching LTC BTC. It did just break a daily resistance, but really what we need to see, bigger picture, if it's going to be a meaningful move, we need a confirmed weekly trend change, which means we need to get over 39.84. So again, in this environment, there's a number of things that traders are doing. Traders are looking to aggressively buy dips, first 5-minute oversold conditions, first touch of 15-minute EMA 12 support. Ethereum's probably heading towards that level. So aggressive bulls are buying the stronger names short-term signals, but also looking around at the names that have not run yet and then just setting clear levels saying, okay, if this level breaks, that shows me that this coin is getting their turn to run. So keeping a close eye on lots of coins. And Litecoin BTC is one of them, but the bulls have a lot of proving to do. Sol USDT has been a massive bull in blue sky breakout. There was a very clear short-term top, hourly volume climax. And if you look at this candle, this shows you, yeah, we had some similar coins traded back here, but that was in the price was half as much. So as far as dollar volume is concerned, there is really no hourly candle that even comes close to the amount of dollar volume that was traded and marked that top. So we had that signal, and it wasn't even just, a blow off top. We had that signal, and then it gave bulls and bears a second chance. The 15-minute time frame, bulls see that volume and say, hey, I'm going to take some position off the table on this 15-minute lower high, and aggressive bears are top fishing the high at that point. And as soon as that downtrend confirmed, it's clear that our temporary top is set. But again, it was the volume climax that marked that signal. From there, the 5-minute RSI stopped working as well as it had been. We had been bouncing from 36 and 37 RSI the whole way up. One time we dipped down here to a little bit closer to 30. But bulls were front running the dips. And after that climax top, we hit 5-minute oversold, and then we just bounced. And as soon as you hit that lower low, this time it's different. Because again, as soon as we hit a low 30s RSI on the 5-minute time frame, that was the low from there on out. So to go for a lower high and lower low, it's different, which can mean number one, okay, I'm exiting this bounce attempt for a small loss. Or number two, okay, now I'm patiently waiting for 15-minute oversold conditions because of the clear indication that the market environment has changed a little bit. To go from 5-minute oversold into a lower low, this time it's a bit different. So with where we stand right now, the 4-hour time frame, tightening up a little bit. Equilibrium watch. And this is a easy equilibrium watch just from probability perspective. Big time pullback, but still a 4-hour higher low. And look at the range that we're trading within. Keep in mind that volatility breeds equilibriums. And we just had massive volatility. This pullback, obviously the run up was massive, but the pullback was 20%. And now we just bounced 15%. So we're looking for a 4-hour lower high, and then we'll look for a 4-hour higher low. So aggressive bears are scouting a bearish entry opportunity, and looking at the 15-minute time frame, that was it. That top fish here, unable to break resistance and rejecting. If I'm scouting a 4-hour lower high, I'm making a play off that resistance level. And now we've got a 4-hour inside bar halfway through. And again, then we'll scout a 4-hour higher low compared to 103.06. So equilibrium most likely scenario. Sol BTC. Do we have any clues here? Volume climax, same time as the US dollar pairing. 15-minute lower high and lower low, same thing. So we went from direct spotlight for the bulls on the way up and then stayed in the spotlight with direct correlation on the way down. And it's the same thing. These are the same charts. So they're still tick for tick correlated, and the 4-hour lower high is already set on the BTC pairing. So that increases my confidence a little bit that it's going to be set on the US dollar pairing as well. Now the question is, can we hold 219? And you're watching both pairings for clues. FTT USDT taking their time to shine today. It's their turn. All-time highs. Congrats to the bulls. Nice weekly cup and handle. Well, no, not a cup and handle. That wasn't a bull flag. Inside bar, bull break. Significant move. And really there was a clear resistance zone that we had rejected hard from multiple times. And again, we pointed out this volume just showing up and rejecting from 54 really hard. And this time around, it was bull volume that started pouring in at 54. So look at the move up to 54. And here's where everybody's saying, uh-oh, is it going to happen again? Is it going to happen a fifth time that we're going to reject from this level and dump hard? And the bull said, no way. And it was just the opposite volume. So again, back burner trades. We're watching for first 5-minute oversold conditions on names that have been breaking out and running strong. And ideally, those first 5-minute oversold conditions are aligning with hourly higher lows and hourly EMA 12 if we're going to be real confident. Doesn't have to be hourly EMA 12, but again, back burner trades on names that have been breaking out. And FTC BTC breaking out as well. That was a cup and handle as far as inability to break resistance and then a bull flag into the breakout. 5-minute time frame, keeping an eye on oversold, not there yet. And hourly consolidation has already started here. It has not started on the US dollar pairing. So again, it's just a little clue. It's not a huge signal. It's just, okay, maybe I want to be looking at a little bit further consolidation taking shape here because the BTC pairing is showing a little bit of relative weakness to the US dollar pairing. ADA USDT, time to keep an eye out. If we're going to get a pop over $3 to a new all-time high, I mean, if I'm a bull looking to rotate profits around, poised well for it to take another turn. Look at the daily EMA 12. Just a half dozen holds here. Inside bar. Nope, never mind. It wasn't an inside bar. But we're looking at 295 and 297.2. And we just confirmed a 4-hour trend change. Nice higher low and higher high. Keeping an eye on the ADA. I already got it up. ADA BTC pairing. 4-hour. Didn't break resistance yet at this point. So that has to happen. I don't know what's going on with my indicator here. So that has to happen. Again, if we don't break this resistance on the BTC pairing, it's a little bit of a red flag on the US dollar pairing because the US dollar pairing broke bull and the BTC pairing did not. So again, if we're just talking ideal scenario, you want to see the BTC pairing breaking bull and doing the exact same thing as the US dollar pairing. But still positioned very well here and just watching to see, does the volume pour in and does ADA make another turn here? Take another turn, I should say. So look at the crypto space here. This is just lots of bull confidence, risk on environment. And look at the stocks. The stocks that I look for when I'm checking in on crypto are Riot and MRNA. Nope, MARA for the miners. So I can see Riot is trading sideways here. And it had a bullish reaction to that Bitcoin move and the Bitcoin news, but it's giving a good bit back. 15-minute equilibrium watch. And I check and say, is Bitcoin doing the same thing? It's weaker than Bitcoin very clearly. So I check Riot, which is in a range-bound move on the daily at this point. I check MARA, easily the lead bull in the crypto space for stocks. Why? Because we're over the high of early August, and we're just climbing higher each day. So from here, what are we looking at? Monthly bull flag is on the table for MARA. Look at the consolidation on the monthly compared to Bitcoin. Way healthier. The retracement wasn't even anywhere similar. And we held EMA 12 in the same way, but the all-time high is here, back in play. And obviously that all-time high in Bitcoin is not in play just yet. Although I guess percentage-wise, it's similar. But that's a monthly bull flag. And the bears would have to prove otherwise, but positioned very well. And the other names that I look at are Coin, big bull day today, but again, still not over the high of August 9th. The entire crypto space for stocks topped on August 9th, and only MARA is above that level right now. And the other one is MSTR, which is not really responding today. Maybe it acts as a laggard, but just watching it as a tightening daily range. Bulls would have to break 748, but again, not close to the high of August 9th. And I know there are others. I know a lot of people watch Hive. It's traded on the TSX, so it would be the next one to break resistance. It actually did by a penny today. So 428, trying to shift the longer term momentum. Monthly bull flag attempt, EMA 12 support. So crypto stocks strong as well. MARA and Hive standing out stronger than the other names we just looked at. So congrats to the bulls. And again, so me being cautious on the weekly time frame, I am not in an increased position size here. If I were looking to be an extremely aggressive trader, maybe I would have, bottom fished more Bitcoin for bullish position, but I'm just in my long-term no touch, and the remainder, half of my Bitcoin swing from the monthly and 2/3 of my Ethereum swing from the monthly. And I'm just sitting with what I've got for now and patiently waiting. And again, I would not be able to be this patient if I didn't have positions. I would have to be more aggressive to try and get exposure, but I have the exposure. It's just fluctuating how much exposure do I have. So I will still be patiently waiting. Have not seen that 4-hour oversold, but my aggressive trading style is on dumps for oversold bounces. So I can be watching, if I want to take a couple little day trades, it would be just 5-minute or 15-minute back burners. But if I'm going to be moving any kind of serious capital, at this point, it will have to be fear flushes and oversold conditions on longer term timeframes. And again, maybe that won't happen for another month, but that's my wheelhouse as far as confidence using larger capital for trading. And that's when it's worth it to me. And again, for Bitcoin, just as an example, I made more playing bullish right here than I did playing bullish up here. It's just my style of trading. Loved that dump. And it's the kind of thing where if we don't get the dump and I'm not, day trading and adding to my gains, then it's just my long-term slow grind up, because my day trading does not favor slow grind up. And then once we dump and all of my long-term no-touch holdings go down a good bit, that's when I start adding capital gains through day trading those bounces. Feel free to ask any questions. Don't forget to do good things out there, and we'll check back in soon.
Something. Eight now. 0-0. Six, seven.
Four, one.
Three, seven.